Hi, my name's Ishmael Naylor and today we're going to be talking about completion day. So, what is completion day with regards to properties? Well, it's where everything happens and you become the complete legal owner and only owner of the property and the keys are yours. We're going to be focusing on completion based on a buyer's perspective because a lot of the people to this channel are going to be buyers and not sellers. But we will talk about sellers too. So first off, with completion day, you will have to get all the money to complete, to pay the solicitor, to pay the stamp duty, to pay any other legal fees to your solicitor before completion day. So if today is completion day, you will have to have it with them today. Now I would suggest always having the money, aiming to get the money there at least the day before. So sending it a couple of days before if you know your date of completion. This is just to stop any unforeseen delays with the money being transferred over or anything else and make sure that everything goes smoothly from a buyer's side because you don't want to have delays. We got so close you don't want to have to delay for another day. Now completion day, for some reason a lot of sellers like to, and quite a lot of buyers, they also like to complete on a Friday. Now if there's a delay and you're completing on a Friday, you'll run over to the Monday. Now you don't want to run over to the Monday because that's a few days more. You could be getting the keys, you could be going around the property, you could be going around with builders, you could be starting building work on the Monday. And that's the ideal. So we don't want any delays. So once you've got the money over and you get to completion day, quite often you have exchange of contracts and completion on the same day. Now what's the difference between exchange of contracts and completion? Well, exchange of contracts means you can't pull out anymore and you are now the legal owner of the property. But you don't have the keys. So there isn't really any advantage of doing exchange of contracts and completion on two separate days. Some people do that, but that means you have to take the insurance out, but you can't go into the property and start work, or you can't go and rent it out yet. So it doesn't really help you if you exchange before you complete, unless the property's ready to let. And in that time period, if you've got pictures, you can advertise it because it's legally yours. And so you can advertise the property ready for the completion day to show people around the property. That's the only advantage. If you're doing a refurb, there's absolutely no reason you would want to do them on separate days. Because exchange of contracts, you have to generally put down a 10% deposit, and then to complete you pay the other 90%. So, with completion, what happens? Well, once you exchange your contracts, you have to make sure you have your insurance in place. So, completion day, what happens? Well, at exchange of contracts, which is normally the same time as completion, you'll have to then make sure you have insurance in place. If you're not insured and the property is now yours and anything happens between now and any time, then you're not protected and you still have to do all the work to the property and everything still has to happen. So you want to make sure that you exchange and get insurance in place straight away. So before this you would generally find an insurance policy, make sure you have it all set up, and then when you come to the completion day you just ring the company up and say, I want it starting from today. Perfect. Once you've got the insurance in place, you might want to start contacting builders. If you're doing a refurb, make sure that you can get them in as quick as possible. And once you actually physically complete, then you can contact the estate agent. Now, once you physically complete, the solicitor will ring you. They'll let you know that we've now completed. We're contacting the estate agent, so they'll release the keys to you. And then you can go and collect the keys and everything's done. The solicitors also send off your stamp duty to the relevant local authority to make sure that you've paid your stamp duty, assuming you have a stamp duty due. They may also ask you if you want them to hold your land registry documents at a charge. Now I would suggest you get your solicitor to hold them because then it's legally protected. You don't have to worry about where you store all your documents, and if you're going to start having a massive portfolio of properties, you don't want 100 different documents lying around for different properties. You want the solicitor to do it, systemize everything if possible. My solicitor charges under £50 to store the documents indefinitely. So I think that that's quite a good investment. Saves me having a massive folder of various portfolio properties with their land registry. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, whack that bell notification icon to get notified of videos coming out each and every week.